To inspire, to uplift, different people share their gifts. A safe space, an open door, on a journey to explore human beings.
Happy Monday, everybody. Happy June. Happy all the things, right?
Yes, June 1st. It's the 1st of June. Happy Monday. We got it right this time. We got it right.
I know we got it right this time. How is everyone doing? Happy Monday. I am your host, Dwayne Wiggins Jr., along with my beautiful, talented, most amazing co-host. It feels good to be back in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
I want y'all to understand. Y'all see that difference in the background? Yeah, he home. He back. I'm
Right,
so excited. I miss you. We on the same time zone. I don't got to worry about calling you at the wrong time no more. I could just pull up. I mean, the June 1st is great. It's great.
Listen, same time zone, same city, back, and I am so thrilled to be here back in Philadelphia. Ana, how are you doing?
Oh, I am doing okay. I am here by the grace of God. Amen. My last it's been 2 weeks because we were off last week for the holiday.
Because there was like the moving and all of that stuff that was happening, but we're gonna talk more about that in a little while. So yes, we were off last week. So
yes. So what have I been doing?
A lot of catching up to do.
We do. So I just feel like the highlights of our time apart since we've had this show, I can honestly say it was my youngest son, Hendrix. We call him Biggie. It's his nickname. He went on the prom, the kiddie prom. Oh my goodness.
So awesome.
It was so much fun to just prepare for. I actually reached out to one of my old castmates. I met his daughter in rehearsal. Shout out to Kyrie and Naima for the mom. But yeah. I was grateful because they were the absolute cutest. I mean, like the little dresses, because Hendrix is 2, and I believe his day is 2 too. So like the little dress, the little tux, it was just so cute. And everyone that attended, everybody looked so nice. Like, I mean, it was little divas, little princes up in this prom, okay? They was up under the stores. So big shout out to Guardian Angels as well, because my wonderful daycare, that's who put it on. All of my children went to that daycare. And I live by them, hands down. What else? Well, Papa went too. I don't want to take away from Papa, but y'all know he's 6. So he's a big boy, and it just wasn't the same. He looked handsome and everything, but it just wasn't the same. I couldn't take it. My heart was just melting so much. And other than that, Naraya was able to play in her playoff game for flag football.
Nice.
And they won. So that was really, really lit. Her school, ICS West, they won the flag football playoffs. So they actually have the championship game on Wednesday. So we're going to go ahead and cross our fingers for that, because y'all been following along. Y'all know my girl. She been, a little down and out. She really hasn't been at practice or at any of the other games. So they welcomed her back with open arms. And I mean, I feel like my child is a true athlete, because it was like, once she hopped back on that bicycle, she was just pedaling, So I love that. And then I had the opportunity to go to a short film premiere. Where Do We Stand? I can't think of who it's by. I'm sorry. But my girlfriend Tasha was a part of that project. And listen, I met her last year. She ain't never getting rid of me. It probably was 2 years ago. Oh my God, it's been a nice little minute. But yeah, she ain't never getting rid of me. And she was one of the leads in that project. And it was a packed house. It was kind of far. The drive was kind of far. Y'all know I don't like to go too far. Hours. We stopping to get food. I don't know.
Yeah, but over an hour, it's a road trip.
It's a road trip. But the building where we went, it was really nice. kind of like rustic theme, and the space was really big, nice windows. It was also like a projection, so it just felt really, anytime I'm at a setting for like a short film or anything like really acting, I just feel like I'm in a safe space. Like it's just, it just feels like family. Like people
Yeah.
just get it. Like, you know what I mean? And y'all know, if y'all go anywhere with me, I'm talking, he did what? Oh, I don't like him. No shit.
That's funny.
Oh my God. So shout out to them. And if y'all get a chance, make sure y'all check out Where Do We Stand? And what else? I'm just being a mom, working. I'm so happy school is about to be out. For those of y'all that don't know, I am a secretary at a middle school, and Jesus, I thank God for him keeping me every day, because the different personalities I see every day in that building, and even the children that have just like grown accustomed to me, like they know, hey, Miss Henderson, I'll be like, what you want? I'm not giving you no hall pass. I love it, but I'm happy. It's kind of bittersweet, but we are coming to a close of the school year. And I can say that I've, successfully completed my first school year with the district.
That's all.
So
Cool.
yeah, I think that's it for me. I think. Besides, of course, coming to see you, but I ain't gonna go too much into that. I'm gonna let you get that out. But we definitely had crabs.
Listen, I am so thrilled to be back, and I landed. The whole travel was just a lot. It was good, it was great, and all of that stuff, and trying to sort through and make decisions about all of these things that was coming along and happening and all this stuff. So it was cool, and it was like the hustle and bustle of the day was actually leaving to prepare and to pack up things and to mentally come back here was a lot. It was very stressful to a certain extent. Like it wasn't like I didn't worry. I think I shared this on the show at one point in time. I was like worried, like, oh my gosh, like well, talking about like the play, we were talking about like plays and saying like how I wasn't going to do it, and then I decided I was going to do it, and I came back, and everybody was so encouraging. And I think that you kind of have like those same thoughts. I didn't necessarily think this because I'm not in a place in my life where I really care what other people's opinions.
Right.
It wasn't that, but it was just like personal things within myself of like what has changed. It's only been 10 months, but a lot can change in 10 months because you just never know. Personality, people grow. I've changed, like even in the way that I process and think about things, and just like coming back here, I just knew that my mindset was different. And if you followed me on Instagram, I shared a full-on story about some things that the response was great. I've never had that many people in my story. It was over 1,000 people responding, sharing their thought process about what I shared. But if you want to go check out what that story was, it is pinned on my Instagram. If you go into to my main page, you can go and see that whole story. So just prepare for that and just get in the mindset to come back in. Like I said, you just never know what to expect and how things change, because you become so accustomed to certain things for like a while, and then certain things become the habit. So it's like you coming back to new, what you may think and hope is the same, but sometimes things change. So that's neither here nor there, but whatever. But I'm happy to be back, and it was so great to see everybody, like my squad. I don't hang with a whole bunch of people. I know a lot of people, and I love a lot of people, but just like certain people that are like my home and my safe space to be in. So when all of you came over on Saturday, it was just so great to be welcomed back that way. It was just so much fun to have you all back, and it was really a time. So I really had that. And the one thing that I wanted, I got thanks to you. I wanted crab so bad. So I was able to have that. That like made it for me so great. So it was really fun to just see everybody and to hang with everybody. And even today, like started my new job.
Congratulations.
It was my first day. So I'm really excited. So we are talking about it because everything is out in the open now. So
tell me about your first day. I'm so excited.
It was so great. It was so fantastic. And I was just when the day was over, so it's 100% remote, and I'll fly back and forth to San Diego as needed and stuff like that. But one of the things that was so fascinating, like I really sat there, because when I think about the process of of how the job came about and all of those things and everything that came along with it, it's a dream that really has come true. And I'm so grateful for that. And like I am really big on like pursuing your dreams, following your dreams. I'm always coaching people
Mhm.
like, if there's something that you want to do, go for it, do it. Like, don't give up, don't let anybody like doubt you or any of that kind of stuff, right?
Yes.
So, and that was the same for me because it's like I've always, I've admired Boost and always wanted to work with them in some capacity because I was able to present at the conferences and do the different things there. And I always thought,
Mhm.
what can I do on the other side of that? Like, how can I come and be
Mhm.
a part of it? And
Right.
not really knowing like how it was going to happen, but there was a journey to become independent contractor and now to be employed, and to be able to be here in Philadelphia and
Yeah.
to be with my family and my friends and to still be able to have work that I love to do when I thought there was going to be another setup that I wanted to do and it didn't happen.
Mhm.
You
But
always
God.
right. You
But
always think of like these different plans for your life, like all of these things that you want to do,
yes,
especially like I
yes.
said earlier or on my post that I shared that sometimes you feel so comfortable in a season of your life or a season of a thing and you try to go back to that. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm so grateful that everything worked out the way that it did. It's a great feeling that I get to just be home with my dogs. I get to work all day. There's no pressure to do the work that I love to do, and I'm still working with students and adults and doing my best to
Yes.
give back to the community. So it's like I'm not tied to one particular place. Like the work that I'm able to do will expand across the world, and
Okay.
like I'm so glad. And just thinking about like when this year we had for Boost, like there was like 8 countries represented that came. There were
Mhm.
different states that came. So to be able to expand what I wanted to do, I thought to myself, like, oh, you can be boxed in this one little spot and go
Uh-huh.
back to what's familiar. But then it showed me that there's so much more that I have to give for people
Yes.
that will one appreciate it and
Yes.
two that where I'm able to thrive in what I know that I've been called to do. So it's such a
Mhm.
blessing. And it's like to just come back here and to have that set up already is just so great. So I'm thrilled, and I'm just happy to be back. Like I'm so happy to be back, and it felt good. Like it feels like home. Here.
Yes.
So it's like I'm thrilled to be back. I'm so thrilled.
Well, I'm proud of you, honey. You done been going through some things and moving mountains and going through all the yes, and I'm proud of you. And you're back, and then I
Thank
ain't never letting you go. So you go ahead, think you going somewhere else. You ain't. You ain't.
Listen, no, I'm here. Listen, I am here. I am excited about being here. I love it here. Most people be like, "What do you like?" Like people when they were finding out, I was getting like the DM,
Right.
like, "You want to move back to Philadelphia?" And I do
And
because I always say, and I say this often, and people say, "You from here?" I'm like, "No, I've been here 18 years or so." But I think about this, like I feel like I was born in Florida, but
mhm.
Philadelphia raised me, and it's like I
Mhm.
came here. And really learned a lot about myself. This is where I made my connections. This is where
Mhm.
I was able to do my best work and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm just really happy and thrilled to be back and also like we're working on the new production and getting that together. Like I'm so thrilled about all of that. Like all of the moving pieces
Yes.
and things that's happening. I'm excited about what's about to happen with a human being and the summits and all of that stuff. So I am just grateful to be back and to be in that space where I'm able to continue to thrive, make the connections that I need to connect, and to be back here with you.
Yes, I'm ready to come drop these kids off.
Drop them off anytime. Drop them off anytime. Anytime.
I'm
So
cracking up. Yes, they
I'm
were more excited to be there than I was.
oh,
It's T-W, T-W, T-W,
I
T-W.
was so happy to see them. Like this house is the entertainment house. Like
Yes.
I'm already thinking about okay, when is the next game night? When are we gonna cook out? Like when are we doing this? When are we doing that? So I got like all these
Yes.
things, and I know that we're about to go away on our trip. So I'm really excited about that. Like all of us. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot that's happening that I'm really excited about. So yeah, life is great.
Well,
Life
I
is
second
great.
that. Yes,
Right?
I
Life
second
is
that,
great.
child.
But I want to jump into the show for tonight because we have some things to talk about. As you know, summer is coming. We're
Yes.
talking about the summer glow up, mind, body, and energy shift. But I can't talk about the energy shift without talking about the soul. So we
Yep.
always want to talk about and focus on, as we prepare to do this summer sometimes comes with the pressure. Especially if you have kids, it comes with the
Mm-hmm.
what are we gonna do? When is camp? When is all of this stuff
Mm-hmm.
going to happen this summer? But a lot of times, with this show, we want to focus on the human, the individual, and a lot of times, because what's easy to do is it's easy to put everybody before you and not
Yes.
focus on yourself. So I always wanted to have a platform outside of this show, but even when we're doing like the summits or when I'm even
Mm-hmm.
doing one-on-one coaching or whatever the case may be, I always want to go back to the person. And
Yes.
tonight in this episode is all about becoming the version of yourself you promised you would be when this year started. So like when the new year start, we make these resolutions, we make these
Yes.
projections, we make these intentional statements and all of these things. But a lot of times we kind of get halfway through the year and we forget those things. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like when we're thinking about like the summer, I feel like summer is a perfect chance to restart because it gives you like a break, like with like kids, or a break sometimes in shifting what work may look like for you, depending on what type
Mm-hmm.
of work that you do. And it's like I think about this often. I always think about like when we're going into the summer, or I see these posts of like everybody trying to get like their summer body or whatever the case may be.
Yes.
Like everybody wants a
I
summer
was
body,
one of them.
right? But nobody talks about the summer mind,
Mm-hmm.
because you can lose weight and still hate yourself. You can buy new clothes and still feel empty. You can post the vacation pictures and still not know who you are when the camera turns off. So it's like this summer, I really want us to really think about, like, we're not just glowing up physically. We're healing loudly. We're rebuilding confidence. We're protecting our peace. We're learning that your energy will either introduce you or expose you before you even speak.
Mm.
Some people walk into 2026 surviving, but this summer, you deserve to live. We're not going to perform. We're not going to pretend, not prove your worth to people who only clap for the edited version of you. I want this summer to feel different for you, not because of the weather, but because you changed. So tonight, we're talking about the glow up nobody can Photoshop, because the real
Mm.
flex this summer is becoming someone you're proud to be alone with.
Yes, I love that.
So, because a lot of times when you think about it, we can become so many things around other people, but who are we when we're in those moments of alone time? Because a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times when we're in the alone times, we think about like how much we don't love ourselves, how we may hate ourselves, what we don't like about ourselves. But I want people to get into a place and space to where they begin to love the person that they are when they are alone with themselves.
Yes, yes, I definitely understand that. I won't say that my thoughts are that negative, but it's just like thinking of like, where I'm going, what I've gone through, like just basically what's the next step and just, trying to be positive and move forward because we all have days, but I definitely get that. I definitely get that.
Because it's so easy to critique. Like, it's easy to
Mm-hmm.
critique, easy to be hard on ourselves and judgmental. And then when we get around everybody else, we become this version of ourselves that's not really who we are. And a lot of people think like, and I'm not telling anybody, and I don't believe in this. I'm not saying get around people and just be like, woe is me. And I'm not saying that, but to
Mm-hmm.
be
Mm-hmm.
around people that you can authentically be yourself is like one of
Yeah.
the greatest things of life. I feel like when you are able to do that, it just brings about a change. But one of the things that's important to think about is like, what when you're alone with yourself, do you like yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. And I just think about that, like being in a new space, meeting new people, like just sometimes you don't know how to take people. Like sometimes people are just socially awkward, and it's just like, be myself, be myself. And I know,
Right.
like I say that a lot, like about
Uh-huh.
me, like somebody meeting me for the first time, like I can be a lot, but I can only be myself. Like I don't know how to like tone down, and if I do tone down, then that means something going on up in my mind. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because the people that know me, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just feel like, you have to be true to yourself. Like, but I
Yeah.
can relate to being alone and, being in that solitude and having your version of yourself. And then when you're in front of people, it's just like something just switches on and it's like, oh. back to this, back to normal, back to face, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, I think what happens is like, so let's talk about like the glow up that nobody talks about, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
like the difference between transformation and performance. That sometimes
Mm-hmm.
there can be a great change in you that is transformative, and like that's something that people can see. Or it can be performance that when we're in front of everybody, everything is great, everything is perfect, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
really a change. We're just performing. So a lot of people think that when we're talking about like a glow up, that is external. It's like you think we're talking about like
No.
new clothes, new haircut, new body, new pictures, new captions. But transformation and performance are not the same. Performance
Mm-hmm.
strictly says like, look at me. Transformation says this is who I've become. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like you don't have to, when you don't have to perform for anybody, and a lot of times you don't necessarily have to say this is who I become, because what happens is people begin to see the difference. So when you're operating in performance, it becomes exhausting, because
Mm-hmm.
it depends on an applause. Like you're so performative. So what happens is when people stop telling you how great you are, or how wonderful you are, without you
Mm-hmm.
realizing that within yourself, then that's where depression becomes, because it's like, okay, now you're performing, you're doing like this kick and dance, or this you're tap dancing for people, and the moment
Mm-hmm.
people begin to stop telling you, oh, you're so great, you're so wonderful, then
Right.
you become sad or depressed because you're not getting that same support. So it's like I see people often online say like, "Oh, such and such, nobody support me. People don't hate me," and whatever the case may be, when they're like putting out their new products and stuff like that. And what I
Yes.
absolutely know to be true is that a lot of the stuff that I've done, my sales from my book and things of that
Mm-hmm.
nature, it didn't come from people that I know.
Yep.
It came from strangers.
Strangers. That's right.
It really
Strangers.
did. So it's like I don't focus on who's not supporting me. I focus on my mentor. Shout out to Robert Wesley Branch. He said that to me a long time ago. Stop focusing on who didn't show up, but focus on who does. Because, like I said, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the things that I've done, even when we did the summit, there are people there that I know, but the majority
Mm-hmm.
of the people that came were strangers.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have an anticipation that people that know me will show up. That's not even I don't even go towards them. I don't even tell them about it, because then I didn't even know about it. I'm like, oh, what?
Right.
Like, if you follow me, you know. Like,
Right.
if you hang around me 5 minutes, you know. It's like, so I don't really worry about that. But that's where the transformation becomes, because what has
Mm-hmm.
happened when you're being transformed, there's a peace that comes over you because it's rooted in authenticity. So
Yes.
some people are performing confidence while secretly battling insecurities every single day. And some people look put together online, but are emotionally falling apart in private. So when
Mm-hmm.
you're thinking about real transformation and what it looks like, and this has been for me, because honestly, I was doing things for the performance. It's like I felt like we were not successful if we didn't sell out a show. If people didn't come and do this, I felt like this wasn't good. But when I became, and when the transformation in my mindset started to happen, you stop needing validation to feel valuable. You stop shrinking yourself to fit spaces you've outgrown. You stop confusing attention with connection, and you finally become honest about what hurts you.
Mm.
Because transformation changes your energy before it changes your appearance.
Okay. I love
So
that.
that's what I think about. Like before it starts changing, like what you look like on the outside, there's work that has to happen on the inside, because transformation changes your energy, your mindset, the way that you think, the way that you process, before it even changes your appearance. And what begins to happen when there's a transformation where people begin to see something different, they'll look at you and say, there's something different about you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, or you, it's like, hey, I ain't do not a thing. If anything, I
Right.
gained weight, right?
Right. Right.
Anything,
Right.
there's nothing different. It's just that there's this transformation that has happened on the inside of me that allows me to look different and appear different to people. So what starts to happen with that, every naysayer, every person that isn't supposed to be around you, that's not supposed to be a part of your life, they slowly but surely fall off. Even in some friend groups, you don't talk. It doesn't mean that you're not friends, that you don't love each other.
Right.
But
Right.
when your mindset begins to change, even certain people in your friend group, you start to even deal with them differently.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's true. I feel like I've gone through um that that type of situation before, like, just, people just showing their true colors. I feel like that's just the bottom line. And like, when you realize certain things, you move a little different because you learned the lesson and you are able to see the red flags. You're able to see, the patterns and things that, like we talked about, people just calling just to use you, not really to check up, but just because they need something, like, you know what I mean? So I think that's important. Like, it's really important. I love where you're going with this. I love where
Listen,
you're going with this.
listen. I try to talk to people really about like healing process, and a lot of people don't know how
Mhm.
to heal, and you know, or to think about like what it means to heal. Because the truth of the matter is, and this is just a realization of it, and I can deal with this. Some people love to stay in the space that they're in. That's just the truth. Some people want to feel broken down. Some people want to feel upset. Some people want to be mad. Like that's the realization of it. So it's like why people glow differently after healing. Like this is what's important. When you think about like, okay, I don't want to feel the way that I'm feeling, so I begin to do the work so that I don't feel like that. But why do people glow differently after healing? Because healing changes your posture. It changes your tone, your boundaries, your patience, your eyes, your energy. People who have truly healed carry themselves differently because survival no longer controls them. So we've been so in this state of mind, especially as African Americans, to where we've been, and especially growing up poor, you are always in this state of survival. Like you're always hustling, you're always trying to survive. But
Yeah.
it's like that survival mode controls your mindset. It controls you 100%. So when we think about when someone heals, they stop begging for the bare minimum love. Like they don't allow people like you're not just gonna come and half-ass love me. That
Right.
you're not gonna do that. Either you're gonna love me wholeheartedly or you're gonna get the hell out of my face.
Yep. And they know that person knows who they are. And I love that. I love that.
Then they stop over explaining themselves. So it's like
Yeah.
I'm not explaining nothing to you. I'm not. This is just what it is. Then they stop tolerating disrespect just to avoid loneliness. Okay, I would rather be by myself than to be disrespected. We're just not doing that over here.
Once you get to a certain age, Jesus,
Yeah.
yes.
But
Like,
and then the thing about it is they stop abandoning themselves to keep other people comfortable. I am not in a space to keep you comfortable with
mhm.
whatever I may have going on around me. If my surrounding, if my life or anything that I do makes you uncomfortable, bye.
D- Yep. Just like that. Just like that.
Yeah, because the truth of the matter is, it's like, and most people would look at this and be like, oh, that's so cocky to think that way. That's cocky to think that way.
It's not.
It's
It's the
not at all
truth.
because healing creates a different type of confidence. It's like you have people that have
Yes.
confidence that's just mean, but when you're healing, it brings about a different types of confidence. It's not loud, it's not arrogant, it's grounded, and it's being able to say
Hmm.
this time that says, I know who I am now. I know who I am now. I may not have known who I was before, but I
Hmm.
know who I am now. And people glow differently after healing because they're no longer carrying emotional weight that was never theirs to begin with. And honestly,
Hmm.
healing makes you attractive in ways beauty never could.
Hmm.
There's something powerful about someone who has been broken and still chose softness instead of bitterness. The best glow up is emotional freedom.
Amen. Amen. I love that. And I just feel like for me, being able to heal and knowing who you are, it does build that confidence. And you literally just don't have the tolerance for it.
Yeah.
Zero tolerance is a term that they used to say at one of my old jobs. Zero tolerance. I'm not going to deal with this. And if you don't understand it or respect it, that's where the buy comes in, because I respect you enough for me to move on. Like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. I think about this, and I don't want to seem insensitive in the conversation because I can't. I talk this talk because I've walked this walk, and so I know what it's like to be broken, feel depression, rejection,
Hmm.
and I know the energy shift that happens within that. Because the truth of the matter is that pain changes people, but
Hmm.
healing changes them again.
Yeah.
Because Heartbreak teaches people to guard themselves. Burnout teaches people they can't keep pouring from empty. Depression teaches people how lonely silence can feel. Rejection teaches people what it feels like to question their worth. And if you don't heal properly, you carry survival habits into healthy spaces. That's why some people push away genuine love. That's why some people struggle to trust compliments. That's why people expect abandonment. They expect people to leave. You could come into their life and be so good to them, but they have this expectation that I don't deserve this. This is too good to be true.
Yep.
And
That's
then
all in the back of your head. Yep.
Right. And then they feel uncomfortable with peace because chaos became so familiar. I know people that thrive in chaos.
And it's the truth. Like, it's the truth. Like, they just need more, keep feeding off of all of the drama or so forth and so on. Like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, Jesus.
Yeah, I think the thing about it is that the energy shift happens when people finally realize I deserve better than survival mode. Like that has to be tiresome. Like that has to wear you out. Because sometimes the shift is suitable. What happens? You stop answering immediately. You stop the conversations. You start resting without guilt. And we talked about this. You stop chasing closure. You start protecting your peace. Like, especially in that chasing closure is huge. Because like after a breakup or after something happens, most people are chasing these things to put a close on it when it's been done.
You don't need it. You don't need it.
And one day people notice you're not reacting the same anymore. Not because you stopped caring, but because you started healing.
And zero tolerance. Sorry.
Yeah. Because the truth of the matter is your nervous system remembers what your mouth says you're over.
Is that so? Hold on. Let me tell my nervous system something.
Talk to your nervous system. Talk to your.
I had to get her together real quick. I had to get it together.
Yeah, sometimes you got to get it together. Your nervous system remembers what your mouth says. You're over. And I think about that. And I always go to like the subconscious, that when we sometimes subconsciously do things, a lot of times we do things consciously, we know what we're doing, but that subconscious will make us react and do certain things that we don't even remember or think that we would do, or that we're over. And then all of a sudden, if something happens, it could be one little thing that could trigger something in us. Man, we are ready to pop off.
Trigger. Listen, I understand, but that's that growth. That's the growth, or that's the.
I think about your environment, right? Like think about like your environment. Your environment either feeds your confidence or your insecurities. So it's all about what you're surrounded. So the environment matters more than people realize. And when we talk about environment, we're talking about like workplace, the house you live in, with the people that you're around, your friend groups. Environment matters more than people could ever possibly realize, because you can't heal in spaces that consistently trigger your pain. And become confident around people committed to misunderstanding you. That whenever you open your mouth to say something, they always want to think that you're complaining or nagging, when the truth is you can be trying to help them to become better. But there's people that are committed to misunderstanding you.
That's crazy. And do you like that cycle? That cycle of like trying to like, no, that's not what I said. And they're doing this on purpose. Like, don't waste your breath. Don't waste your breath.
And the other thing too, you can't grow around people who only celebrate the broken version of you. Because they can be there when you're down, and the moment that you start coming out of that thing that you were in, and people started falling apart or falling away or like stepping back from you or whatever the case may be, you can't, they can't really celebrate you, because there's this version that they are better, that they're in a better space or a better environment than you. So what happens is the moment that you come out of those broken places and spaces, they begin something in them begin to shift that makes them feel like, oh, they may not need me or whatever the case may be. And the truth of the matter is that some environments feed insecurities by constant criticism, compromising or comparison and competition, negativity, emotional inconsistencies, and lack of support. While healthy environments encourage growth, celebrate authenticity, correct you with love, allow rest, and feel emotional safe. Because sometimes your anxiety isn't your personality. Sometimes your environment is unhealthy.
That's a good one. And I feel like that happens to people a lot more than they even realize.
Yeah.
Just because they're used to that environment, or this is, leaving one job, coming to the next, and it's still kind of like the same thing, or even with friendships or just red flags, like, oh gosh.
And
I feel
sometimes
like that touches.
girl, right? It's every day. Because sometimes your glow up begins the moment you leave spaces where you had to consistently prove your worth to people.
Mhm.
That's the moment when you stop like having to prove yourself, like prove that you belong, prove who you are. That moment, because some people don't hate themselves. They've just been surrounded by people who made them feel small.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why you need to be in a room with people to elevate you and to continue to help you grow and learn. And, it can happen. You may not know where that place is right now, but trust me, you start networking, talking to the right people, you gonna finna be in them rooms. You ain't gotta worry about that. You ain't gotta worry
Listen,
about that.
that's true because I love to see people. I was talking to my goddaughter yesterday. We were joking about this, but I was dead serious. Excuse me. We were talking about like doing. She wanted to start something, right? She wanted to do
Mm,
something. My middle goddaughter, she was talking about that she wanted to do something and she did that and she did it. And like I really live that same kind of mindset sometimes. I'm like,
yes.
I say I want to do something, I go do it, and once I've
Yes.
done it, it's a right. I did it. I wanted
I
to
did
do
it.
it. So
Yep.
most people look like, oh, you don't stick to one thing or whatever the case may be. And I stick to my stuff that I want to do because it's all about branding and what I feel in the moment that needs to happen.
Mhm.
One of the number one things that people always say to me, when are you bringing back the candles? When are you going to do the candles? Are you going to do the candles? I'm like, never. No, I'm not
Wait
going
a
to say,
minute. I just feel like
I'm
that's
not
a
going to say
valid
never.
question. It's a valid
I'm not
question.
going to say never.
Well, then you should have never started
Right.
making these amazing things and had people. I would have bought 100 had I known. It's
I did
fine.
it.
I'm sorry. That was a
I did
yelling
it.
tone. I apologize.
I did it. I did it.
You did do it.
I did, and we sold out. We sold out. We did 3 separate huge orders
Mhm.
over many units. I think I did 200 each unit. So it was like 200. It was I'm looking
You
at the
see?
comments around
Let me get one. Let me get one.
here. I did 200 units. That's like 600 different units. And we sold out of every single one. Like, I don't even have one left over really for myself. Like, we did it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's why you need to just do one little batch. One little batch.
Listen,
For the
we'll see.
VIPs.
Right?
For the VIPs.
No, but everybody's always asking. And I'm just like, I did it. And so I was
No.
telling her, like, a lot of times that it's never you stop. You got to sometimes start waiting for permission to reinvent yourself.
Mhm.
Because one of the saddest things people do is wait for approval for becoming themselves. People wait for validation, support, applause, acceptance, like the perfect time, but they finally pursue joy. But reinnovation requires you to have courage. And sometimes evolving means disappointing people, changing directions, setting boundaries, losing access to the old version of yourself, and outgrowing people who only understood your struggle. So for me, when I think about reinventing myself or whatever I'm doing, it's like I keep the same foundational things, but anything that I say that I think I want to do, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it.
I
And
love
it
that
doesn't
right
mean that it doesn't stick. It means that I did it. Like,
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I
right?
understand. We did it, Joe. We did
Right.
it. I get it. But
So it's like you say all that. I say all that to say, like, you are allowed to change.
Mm-hmm.
You're allowed to start over. You are allowed to become unfamiliar to people who benefited from your old limitations. And honestly, the people who criticize your growth the most are usually uncomfortable with their own lack of growth. So stop
Mm-hmm.
asking people for permission to become who God already showed you who you are. It's okay to evolve. It's okay.
I need to talk to my what I got my what
Your
again? I got
nervous
my
system.
nervous system. I gotta talk to her. Girl, come on, we gotta get this together, girl. We gotta get it together. One foot, left foot, right
Right.
foot. Yeah. Keep going. Just keep going.
Right.
Whew.
Yeah. So I think that when I think about like all of this and what the glow up is going to look like, the glow up is going to be great. The glow up can be whatever you want it to be and however you want that to look. It's not an outward appearance, it's an inward thing. And when you begin to glow up in the inside, that stuff starts to ooze out of the outside. And when people look at you, like I said, they'll be like, "What happened? What you changed? What you did?" And the truth of the matter, you've done nothing differently but begin the process of healing.
Take me through there. Take me through there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's my
I just
point.
felt like it fit, yes. Like, cause take me through there. Like, you gotta go through it. You got to go through and feel the feels and go through the motions and just stay determined. I feel like so at work sometimes one of my coworkers, like, she has a closet, and that is the I need a moment closet. So
Okay.
like it'll be different periods throughout the day. Like, we'll go back there and it'll be like, oh, all right, we're all having a moment together. But I feel like even those little small things I appreciate with my environment at work, because I feel like that definitely wasn't something that I had at the airport. Like, my safe space was my general manager, Tiana, who I work with personally. And you know, in that room, I could be myself. But when it came time to be outside and in front of like the passengers or just hiring events, like, you have to show face. You have to show face to a certain extent. But I feel like I can literally just be myself where I'm at now.
Yeah.
And it is truly the best feeling because they accept me. Like, they know, and they're starting to learn me, because it's like I'm the main office, of course. So as people come in and out, or if they're asking for things, they need a meeting, they need this, they need that, they can pick up on my vibe or my tone or me making an announcement. And it's like, you okay, Henderson? Everything good? And I'm like, yes, thank you for that. I like it. It really, sometimes it just be the small things for me. But just being able to be accepted in a new place, an unknown space. Like, I knew nothing about the school district. Like, that was not my forte. I
Uh-huh.
am customer service. I enjoy helping people. I enjoy providing a result. But working with children or, parents, like, that was a lot. That was different. So I'm grateful for because I consider that a glow up for me.
Yeah.
Okay, because this is something new, something different that I've never done. And like you said, I can say I did it. I'm about to be through my first year.
Yeah.
We don't know what the future holds, but I'm still excited. Like, but we were having a conversation about that today in our moment closet. Just me still trying to figure out what's next, and just grateful to be in the spaces of acting more and just getting different projects. I had the opportunity actually to go to an audition earlier today. However, my nephew needed me, so I
Okay.
sacrificed and came through for my nephew because he has to graduate tomorrow. Shout out to Jaden. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. Like, it really just means something for me when I feel like I'm a part of the team, or just able to, like, people can really come to me and depend on me for things, and I provide that. I give that. It's a great feeling.
I think that's a wonderful feeling to be able to provide yourself. I'll say it like that. Be able to provide yourself to individuals that are in need of you. I think that's a wonderful thing. I get a thrill from that as well. That I love. I never imagined. I'll say this. I never imagined in my life that my name would be the solution to many problems. I
Okay.
never, I never imagined. I never imagined that when there was a crisis, or when
Mhm.
someone needed advice on how to operate a program, or when someone needed advice on script writing or writing in general. I never imagined that
Mhm.
my name would be the name that would be the solution. And I say it like that because I never imagined that people would call me and
Mhm.
say, such and such told me to reach out to you.
Mhm.
I never imagined that that would be me. I've
Mhm.
I've seen other people be that for people. I've seen it happen,
Yeah.
but I never imagined that my name would be the solution to many problems. And I'm so grateful, and I don't wear that lightly. I'm grateful, and that's why I talk so heavily about healing,
Mhm.
because I think about the mindset that I could have brought with me
Mhm.
through my youth. The truth of the matter, we've all been through things, we've all gone through, we've done a lot, right? We've
Yes.
all been through something. If we were to poll every single person that's connected to this podcast, each one of us would be able to say, this is what I've been through,
Mhm.
and maybe this is what I'm presently going through,
Mhm.
whatever the case may be. And I always think, and I think about the decision I made to not bring childhood traumas, teenage trauma, early adulthood trauma with me on my journey. Because I never imagined, as I said, that I would be the solution to
Right.
problems. Never imagined that people would say, oh, you should call Dwayne. You should reach out to Dwayne, or we need a keynote speaker. Let's bring in Dwayne. Like, I never imagined that I would be the person that people would say, you should reach out to Dwayne.
Mhm.
Bring him in for this. Let him work on this. And even in the spaces that I've wanted to return to and go to and be a part of, I don't get upset about those spaces that I don't go into because maybe I wasn't meant to be there,
Yup.
or 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 they were not going to appreciate the
Mhm.
value of who I am.
Mhm.
I say this in with the most humble spirit ever. I am of such great value that
Mhm.
I cannot afford to be in spaces where people don't appreciate. They don't
Amen.
appreciate the gift. They don't
Mhm.
appreciate whatever, because it's a proven fact. It's a proven fact that I am a person that people trust to come in and fix the problem.
Yep.
And the reason why it's a proven fact, because how many times have you seen me post about I'm a keynote speaker here? How many times
Mhm.
have you seen me go in and said I'm doing a workshop over here? How
Yep.
many times have you seen me go over here and say, like, hey, I'm over here coaching, I'll call you back?
Mhm.
It's a proven fact. So it's not me walking in this cocky thing. I'm stating the facts. It's
Yep.
a proven fact that people will say my name to be the person to solve the problem. Now, here is the very transparent aspect of it. A lot of times I go into these spaces, I have no clue what I'm going to do to fix it.
Oh.
No clue. But what happens is that because of the healing that I've been
Mhm.
through,
Mhm.
I know how to center myself and put myself in a space, in a place where I don't allow anybody to bring anything negative to me. I don't allow people to transfer their energy. Like, if you want to be mad over here, I'll ask you a few times how, if what's wrong, what's going on. And
Mhm.
if you want to continue with that, so be it. Be that. But
Mhm.
I am not in a space in my life where I am allowing those transferable energies to come to me in a space that I'm only showing up with kindness. Because as I said,
Yeah.
it's a proven fact that my name is the name to the answer for many problems.
And is.
So all of that, I say all of that to say that if I didn't heal the way that I needed to heal from past hurt, experience with people that I just thought that I would never have experiences with, like horrible experiences.
Yeah, yeah.
In certain situations and things that I've experienced, if I would have allowed that stuff to carry on and to come and bring that with me on this journey, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Because there's a peace that surpasses all of my understanding. Sometimes I just be sitting and I just be like, today, when I finished work today and I submitted my last thing I was working, I just really sat in my chair. I sat in my chair and I was just thanking God and I was just reflecting. I'm big on reflecting. And I was just sitting there and reflecting and just thinking about how I left San Diego, came back here, thought I was coming back to a particular place, wanted to,
right,
but came back with the job still in San Diego.
And a job that's very much more comfortable and better for you. Yeah.
So it's like, it's one of those things to where when you're able to heal from the trauma, like on the other side of healing, just imagine, and for whoever, I don't know why I'm even going this way and talking this way, but
no, it's okay. Keep going. Keep going.
On the other side of healing, just imagine what's there for you. Like if you let go of, I'm not even gonna say let go, because let go sounds so frivolous. Let go sounds like it's just like, oh, just forget about it. I'm not saying that, because there's a process. I'm talking about the healing process. Just think about like what's on the other side. Like if you're going through something right now, just imagine what's on the other side of healing. If you feel like you're going through hell and back and all of this stuff, and you just feel like life is just shambles. But so if you're in this space and you feel like this is the lowest space and place I've been in, imagine if you make the conscious decision to say, I don't want to be like that anymore. I don't want to feel that. What's on the other side of feeling like you're at your lowest? If you feel like you're at your lowest, you can't go no lower than lowest.
Yeah. Only way is up. Only way is up.
Just imagine if you let go, begin the process. Being conscious of my words, don't want to say let go. But imagine if you begin the process to say, you know what? And the first process is, I want to heal. I don't want to feel this. I don't want to go through this. I'm ready for my glow up, whatever the case may be. However you want to say that, right? Make the conscious decision to begin that and watch the process begin to happen. I always think about that if I bring everything that I've ever experienced in my life over into this life, I couldn't be and operate the way that I operate today.
I love that. You so decent, my DW. I'm so no, because I'm agreeing with you. Like, had you not healed, this person that I know and have grown to love and everything, like it wouldn't be the same. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all the things that you've gone through, that have happened, because they make you who you are. And it's like, that is the character. That is the character.
Yeah. Because I'm like, listen, I got some stuff I can be mad about. I got some stuff I can be mad about, angry about, upset, but that's just not the space that I choose, because it's a choice. I don't choose to dwell in that space. I choose to dwell in a space of peace and love and understanding. I don't always understand everything, but I purpose in my heart to try to understand it. I want to give a shout out to those who are watching. Thank you so much for everybody who's watching us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. We have some comments. Anitra, thank you for always joining us. We got some comments from Bree saying, Chantel saying, preach. Lori saying, yes. Thank you all so much. Chantel's talking about, that's why I have like 20 left. She did. She bought so many candles.
I was asking her, can I have one?
So she got so many candles still. I love it. Well, Anitra said, yes, healing leads to exponential growth and being stick Oh, stagnant. Real
Stagnant.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
stagnant. Yes, for sure. Anitra also said healing promotes
That was the correction. That was the
Oh,
correction.
okay,
That was the
okay,
correction.
okay.
She caught it. She caught it. We got you, girl.
Did
We
I
got
just
you.
read that?
We got you, girl.
Thank you. I'm like, did I just read that? Thank you all
Yes.
so much, Eric, over on Instagram saying we need those. I'm not doing it. Not right now. We'll see.
I'm cracking up.
It was a great comeback. It was the candles, the wreaths, the linen spray, all that kind of stuff.
It was amazing. Like if y'all didn't
Hey,
have the
Phil.
opportunity to purchase, listen, y'all missed out. Cause I'm telling you, I'm gonna try to bribe him, y'all. I'm gonna try to talk him into it. Maybe he can show me. Pass it down. Don't gatekeep. You know what I'm saying? Something. I'm just saying.
It was
It
a
was a
lot
great
of work.
time.
I'm
It was a
so
great time.
It was a great time, and I'm so glad. Shout out to everybody. We had our. Were you there at the Were you there at the pop-up
I don't
shop?
know. I may have been pregnant. I don't know. I don't know. It was a while ago. I don't know. I got a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a while ago. But Ana, it's 8:55. We made it to the, and it's not. We made it to the end of the show, and we're on the same time zone.
Oh my
God!
Yes, it's so exciting. I swear it goes by so fast. I enjoy talking to you and just learning all of these wonderful things every Monday, except for when we have a break and except for when we might move it to a Wednesday. But I love it.
Right. Listen, I don't think we don't have any. Well, we do have a break coming up. We have not soon, in a couple of weeks. We have our mid-season finale.
Yes.
That's coming up in a few weeks. Right. So that's coming
June 15th. Yeah.
Yes, we got that show coming up for that. Then we're off for 2 weeks, and then we come back to finish off the season. No days off in July. We have our finale show in August. We coming hard, and it's going to get better and better. We've been very intentional about not really having guests on this season. We had one person, but we've been very intentional because I think it's always important for you all to get to know us, because when we come back for season 4, we coming hard. It's going to be all new and it's going to be wonderful, all these new things. But I think that it's important for, as we continue to do this show, that everybody gets to know our heart and know who we are. And so, my keyword for the year is intentional. So we're being very intentional about what we do.
Period.
Right. Ana, so I'm going to turn it over to you and give us your final thoughts, and then I'll share mine.
All right. So for me, it's always, again, a pleasure to have you guys here with us, whether you're live with us now or watching the playback. But for my closeout, I just want to encourage you guys as far as this summer glow up. Drink your water. Okay. Drink your water. Stay hydrated. Mind your business. Mind your business just a little bit. Mind your business. Okay. And just, wear the outfit, take the picture, be you, and be true. That's what I got.
I love that. We got some amazing things happening this summer. We have our live show that's going to take place, and we'll let everybody know about that.
Yeah, stay tuned, y'all, because that joint gonna be lit.
And it's gonna be free. So it's gonna be limited. So as soon as the tickets drop, we'll let you know. But it'll be free for you to come. It's gonna be food, DJ, everything. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'll ask you to dress very nice and sexy for the show. So we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna do our show in front of a live studio audience, and that's going to be August 1st. So more information is coming with that. So make sure you save the date. What else do we have coming up? We have the play that we're going to be working on. I'm so excited. I can't shout out to this new cast. We have a lot of returning people to D. Wiggins Productions, which I'm so excited about. And then we have some new people joining us. This is our 20th anniversary. This Saturday is the 20th anniversary of D. Wiggins Productions. So I'm really, really excited about that. So we got a lot of stuff. And for the whole entire year, from June 6, 2026 to June 6, 2027, we are going to celebrate the entire year. So we have things coming up. So as that happens, we'll let you know. And then, I don't think I have any other announcements, right? That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. All right. So this is what I'll say. This is my final takeaway. This is what I'll say. This summer, I don't want you to obsess with becoming more attractive, just walking who you are.
Mhm.
I want you to obsess with becoming more free. Free from insecurities, free from comparisons, free from pretending, free from surviving. Because once your mind heals, everything about you starts glowing differently.
Mhm.
That's what I want for you.
I
Thank you all
love it.
so much for watching our show tonight. On behalf of myself, Dwayne Wiggins Jr., and my wonderful co-host, Ana Henderson, we say thank you for joining us every single Monday here
Yeah.
on A Human Being. Until next time, we'll
Yeah,
see you
next Monday. Next
next Monday. Next
Monday.
Monday, we will be here. So thank you all so much. Have a good night. Stay blessed. Stay hydrated this summer.
Yes,
We'll
yes.
see. And we'll see you. And remember, your glow up is there, but it
Yes.
starts inside of you. Have a good night, everybody. Bye bye.
Bye.
Human being.